Royal Delta striding past the 8th pole with a super effort here this afternoon. It's Tricky was no match for Royal Delta today. Geared down to a triumphant victory here in the Beldame.
Royal Delta digs deep and starts to inch clear. Line Miss Aurelia stretching her, but the more they ask, the more Royal Delta gave. What a tremendous lead. Royal Delta and Mike Smith.
Mike Smith has not asked anything from Royal Delta yet, and she's pulling away once again. From All For Thee and Grace Hall, who have been left behind, the Queen of American Racing. Royal Delta wins the Sabin at Gulfstream.
But it's Royal Delta and Mike Smith. Royal Delta, the defending champ, is back in her game today, and she's going to dominate in the Delaware Handicap. She's geared down in the final 16th. Royal Delta by 10. The champ is back.
Mike Smith says go with Royal Delta, and she is going indeed. Going to open up a 5-length lead here. And Authenticity runs in second as they come down to the finish. Here is a champion on display. Royal Delta, geared down in the final yards of the personal ensign, and adds another grade 1 to a stellar resume.
Few resumes like it. She was as dominant a mare on the track as we have seen. 12 wins in her career, and at the age of 9, news coming out of Ireland that she has lost her life due to complications during foaling. The filly by Galileo that she was carrying is okay, but we have lost Royal Delta. Dominant at the highest levels of our game, a beautiful animal on and off the racetrack, just regally bred and carried herself like racing royalty when she was on the racetrack. And it comes as a shock and a surprise. No one was expecting this, and truly a tough way to start off our Friday morning as we welcome you to the Morning Line alongside Matt Crothers. I'm Mike Joyce. And Matt, you saw every single one of her races, and she was as good as it gets in this game.
Yeah, these are never easy. This is especially difficult, I think, because of her age, right? And thank God the foal is okay, because she's had some problems before with that aspect. So at least the foal survived. But yeah, at the age of 9, to lose Royal Delta, 6 Grade 1 wins, back-to-back wins in the distaff in 2011 and 2012. They have a top of my head, 12 for 22, earnings over $4.8 million. She was something truly special on the racetrack. I know we had the opportunity to see her in person at Saratoga. Comes to mind a few years ago. I think it was August of 2012. She didn't win that race in the personal lens. She started acting up out on the racetrack. But I know my wife was in the paddock. You were a reporter in the paddock for that race. And my wife has seen a zillion horses, as have you, by now, came back to me and said, I've never seen a horse look just that regal, that sure of herself, that professional, that had that kind of that aura about her in the paddock. So she looked the part. She was a freak on the racetrack. And this is it's sad when we have these obituaries with these veteran horses that we've loved. But at least most of the time they're 20, 25 years old, and you're still sad. You can deal with it a little bit more when, we have horses competing on the racetrack still at the age of 9. Yeah. So to lose her this young, it's devastating.
It really is. And she left us with so many memories on the racetrack. And yeah, when we were there in 2012 at Saratoga, I totally concur with what Ren saw as well. I mean, she was the alpha female in that paddock. Whether or not she won that race out on the track, she was without a doubt. Anybody, it doesn't matter what kind of background you have, if you've never seen a horse before in your life, if you walked down to the paddock, you would have known who was the queen there. And her race record was equally as dominant. So it is with a heavy heart that we bid farewell to Royal Delta. She was a tremendous racehorse, a 2-time Breeders' Cup winner. And
3-time champion.
3-time champion, as 3 statues for her performances on the racetrack. At age 9, we'll be back on the Morning Line.